Hi guys, welcome to another Theodoro Kitchen Lab. Today we are going to cook, today we are going to show how to cook ribeye steak, and we're also gonna serve it with sweet potato mash and garlic mushrooms. So let's get right into the recipe. Today we have with us Giannopoulos Wineries, and specifically we're gonna try Mavroudi. So Mavroudi, based on the name, means dark. Mavro in Greek is black. So this grape, it have very dark color, and it's a little bit sweet, not too high on tannins, and is very good for beef, lamb, and stuff like that. Exceptional wines, all the series, all the wines from this winery is exceptional. They're based in Peloponnese, in a small village named Potamia. It's located under Mount Taygetos. Beautiful terrace, beautiful wine, and beautiful location. So if you like, I suggest you to try it. The red, rosé, or white, beautiful, all of them, and tasty. So let's get back to the recipe. We're gonna start with the sweet potatoes. So what we need to do is, when we have sweet potatoes, there is a small difference that this potato, it doesn't have starch, it have fibers. So we don't boil it, we roast it because we want it dry, and we don't add any cream, just butter. So that's the key, to have a nice and solid sweet potato mash and keep all the flavor. So we need to start with this. First of all, we're gonna wash them because we're gonna roast them with the skin, so they're not gonna take any color. So let's start with that. So we wash them and we dry them. So now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna drizzle some olive oil on the top nicely. And a little bit salt. It doesn't matter because, like, not that it's gonna get into it, but it's gonna take something from that. When we're gonna peel them, we're gonna adjust the seasoning and everything. So this, it needs to go in the oven, 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit. So the time is approximately, right? When they are ready, I have small potatoes, so I guess it's gonna take approximately 30 minutes. If the potato is thicker and bigger, more time. If it's smaller, less time. So let's do that. Let's put this into the oven, and we're gonna start with the ribeye. So guys, we just put the sweet potato into the oven, and when you have to cook meat, and specific a steak, it's better to pull it out from the fridge a little bit earlier, so it's gonna come to a room temperature. Because imagine something, right? High heat from outside, and when this is 4 degrees, you're gonna reach the cooking temperature that you want from outside, but inside is not gonna reach because it's gonna keep cold. So always leave it on room temperature, so it's gonna relax, come to a proper temperature, and after, when you're cooking it, you're gonna have the perfect cooking temperature that you want, medium rare or however you like it. But always room temperature, 15 minutes, 20 before you cook it, leave it outside, so it's gonna relax and take room temperature. We're going to start with the mushrooms. We're gonna saute the mushrooms with a little bit red onion and the garlic. So my garlic is here, and I'm gonna need a pan. So my pan is here. So let's go. The onion, we need it really finely. We don't need too much. So I'm gonna show you a different way to chop very finely the onion. So we're going sideways from here, like this, and after we will take it. So this is how it will look, very, very, very finely chopped onion. So that's the onion. For the garlic, just break it and peel it. Nice. Same thing, very small, thin. And my garlic. So now for the mushrooms, I'm just gonna cut a little bit the bottom, put it on the side. So in the meantime, the onions make me cry. Nice. My pan is small, so I will go like a little bit medium heat. Let it like preheat very well, like very, very well. And for the mushrooms, I'm just gonna cut them on 3 and in the middle. I want them like a little bit nice big pieces. So it depends the size. So in the middle and 3. These 2, it's okay. So I just put a drizzle of olive oil, that's it. And first I will start with my onion and my garlic to cook it down a little bit. Yeah, that's the perfect heat for my pan. This sizzling is what you wanna hear. Nice. Work a little bit the onion and the garlic in the pan. Stir it nicely. My heat is a little bit too high, so I go lower. And with a nice old wooden spatula, actually spoon. Nice. So now I'm good, and I go with my mushrooms in. At this moment, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil because the mushrooms absorb a lot of oil. Yeah, my heat up. So remember something, right? Mushroom contains the biggest percentage of mushroom is water. So if you add right now salt, it's gonna drain all the liquid of the mushroom and it's not gonna take a nice color like that, like golden brown that we are looking for. So try to season them at the end. So we are going to use white wine and a little bit butter. So for this, I'm just using a random white wine. So when you do that process and you want to put alcohol in the food, but you want it to absorb quick so they're not going to take the alcohol taste, don't add all the amount of alcohol you want at the same time in the pan. Just use a little bit at a time, like this. Stop. Nice. Work it. You see how nice and glazed they are. The alcohol is already evaporated. I'm checking my pan. See, I need more. I go in a little bit more. I work, and that's it. If you want more, wait. The alcohol is evaporated. You want to use more, use more. We're going to use a little bit more because we want them a little bit saucy. So that's it. That's it. So this is how we like them. Now, I turn the heat off. A pinch of salt. And a tablespoon of butter. Always add the butter cold and with the heat off. So, stir them nicely so they're gonna absorb the butter. Nice, you see, so the butter is almost melt all. We have a nice saucy mushrooms. You see? Nice. With extra virgin olive oil, onion, garlic, like, that's all we need. And now we're gonna leave it rest with the rosemary. We didn't wanna burn it, we didn't wanna cook it, we just want the smell, that light smell that's gonna give us when we're gonna mix it all together. And with the heat that the mushrooms have, it's gonna release all the aroma that we need in a very good level, like they're not gonna be too much. So yeah, you see, this is what we need exactly. So we set this on the side and we start with our ribeye. So I use cast iron, you can use any other, I would suggest non-stick pan if it's not cast iron. And let's go, heat on. So for the steaks, we're just gonna season them. So we're gonna add salt. Actually, first things first, olive oil. We rub them. We rub them again. And what we're doing, we're taking this steak, we touch it here. We put oil from the other side too, always. Back again. Oil from the other side. That's more than enough. Ribeye it have a lot of fat, so we don't need too much oil. And I'm not gonna add any oil in the pan. So, salt. Don't be scared, it's like 300 grams, so you need a little bit salt to taste, right? Turn. Nice. And pepper. Nice, fresh cracked pepper. From the other side, again. Nice. I really love this stuff, this vintage little stuff, like for salt or pepper at this time. Yeah, that look nice. So, the pan, we need it like hot. We need a nice crust from the outside, caramelized, and we're gonna look for a medium cooked. I think ribeye should cook medium, like, so the fat can melt and like get tasty. I think rare is a little bit too under for ribeye. Personal opinion, always. Eat it however you like it, always. And something else, every recipe is like what each one prefers, right? So you should adjust every recipe that you see on what you like and how you like it. Don't take everything that everybody says like as granted. Like, everybody cooks with preference, right? And this is what cook is all about, your preference. So do it however you like it, and if I was able to transfer you an information or something that is knowledge, like, that's what I'm happy for. So let's go back. So my pan is ready. I go in, you see? That's the sizzling that I want to hear for this steak. So we let the heat and the time do their job. Because cooking is all about temperature and time. These are the two things. If you manage proper your time and your temperature, the food that you will have is gonna be perfect. And that's the difference between an amateur and a pro, that we understand how to manage time and temperature, right? So with that being said, I need to wash my hands. So always keep your kitchen clean and organized. That's a must. So let's see what we have done here. We need a little bit more. Yeah. So in the meantime, our sweet potatoes are ready. So I'm going to show you how we're gonna make them. So they're nice, they're here, nice and soft. So let's check one more time. So nice. Yep. So the sweet potato, for that we're gonna need a multi, like a blender, I don't know, this is. So what we are going to do is cut them in half and just put them in. The skin, it goes out like that easily. So that's it. Cut in half and just peel it inside the blender. Cold butter, around like a tablespoon inside, 1 pinch of salt. So we need to check the steaks. So nice, they're ready. So I turn the heat off and I add a good chunk of butter and fresh rosemary. So I'm taking it out. So this one I'm gonna put it on the side. I need to blend it. So and we drop the nice butter. I put the butter at the end because I don't want the butter to get burned. I want the butter to get caramelized, have that nice and nutty flavor. I don't want it like too dark, too burnt, like, no. I want it nice because I will use it after. So that's perfect. It's a little bit nice rosemary fresh. And now we are going to let them rest. So I'm just going to let them rest. Nice. So this is how they look. So my mass is ready. So let me show you. So you see, it's nice, steady. Yeah, my blender is not the best one, as you can see. Probably you have better than me. So there is no way that you cannot cook as I cook. I'm gonna continue with the rest. It's better if you do it now that they're warm, so they're gonna blend better. So now we are going to plate it. Everything is ready. The ribeye is very well rested. The mashed potato is nice and warm. So that's the plates that I'm going to use. We're gonna start with this. Very nice and simple way. So I'm gonna put my plate here and I'm gonna just grab like a little bit of mashed potato, like nice, a portion, and go like this. Nice. And I'm gonna grab my steak. So this is it, a nice medium cooked steak. So I'm going to put this here and this little piece over here. So nice. A little bit nice brown butter. And my mushrooms. And now we're going to the second one. This is gonna be like very, very classic, which I'm gonna do mashed potato in the middle. Or actually, yeah, mashed potato in the middle. Like this nicely. My mushrooms like this. And this is the whole steak with mashed potato and mushrooms. So this is it for today, guys. Ribeye with sweet potato mash and garlic mushrooms. Thank you so much for watching Theodoro Kitchen Lab. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you on the next Theodoro Kitchen Lab. So now is the time to see what we have done. But we can't do that without a nice glass of wine. That's so good. So let's see. That's so good.